Hey everyone, and welcome back to another Etheria restart video. So, at the time of recording for this video, guys, we are 7 days into the final beta, and we are free to play. So, I have not bought anything, and we just opened up the Ling Luo schedule. You see that the second phase is not open yet, so I can't do that. So, we're at 7 days free to play, and I kind of wanted to give a recap on my experience in the closed beta with free to play, and if it's something that free to players can expect similar results of, and if it's worth your time. And long story short, I mean, this game has been so much fun. I'm actually really bummed that the time from closed beta to launch is as far as it is, but if they want to take some time and fine tune some things, then that's fine. But yeah, I've had so much fun playing this game. All of the different challenges that it has presented have been absolutely great. The main quest has been, for the most part, like, the story mode has been pretty easy, aside from maybe one or two areas. The final battle in 10-4 against Hellkid was actually kind of tough. But yeah, we did beat that. From a challenge perspective, like the shells, right now at day 7, I have gotten up to Nico Nana, which is huge for free-to-play people, because at the very first stage, it starts to drop mythic shells. So the mythic shells, their stats are higher, their effects are better, all of those things. This is a huge boost to your account. So getting here at day 7 free-to-play, not spending any money, I'd say is a real win for free-to-players. If you push hard within the first 4 or 5 days, I'm pretty sure you can get here, and you will be like just slightly below the whales when it comes to PvE. When it comes to PvP, guys, if there's a PvP game, whales are always going to outpace the free-to-players. Like, I just don't know why people would ever expect to compete in that area. The free-to-players are for PvE with a little bit of fun in PvP, okay? From a threshold perspective, I got up to Hell 1 in Terramaton, which is pretty cool. This is... I forget the rarities of the actual modules. You have Outstanding and Mythic. Okay. Yeah, because there's like a level between there that the shells don't have that... that the modules actually do have. So here you're farming mythic gear, same thing. However, you see that the matrices on your modules are still 2-star. They don't bump up to 3-star or 3 matrix patterns until Hell 3. So that is another milestone for these dungeons. As far as Doki Doki, I've gotten up to Hell 1. And then Aurora, I haven't really been pushing just because the gear is okay. It's kind of more so for PvP, with, turn meter manipulation, as well as, immunity for turn 1 immunity. Like, stuff like this is truly arena, at least at this level. So, yeah, I've done pretty good in that area. We've gotten all the way to the end in Investigation, and the XP that's dropped at the end of Investigation is pretty nice. I was a little worried that this was going to be the bottleneck. It is not. These are actually the bottleneck, the shadow prints. As the game advances, like maybe 2 or 3 months after launch, I'd like them to add more into this Investigation and have the possibility of dropping the purple shadow prints, so we can level up more characters to level 6. So as far as Outpost goes, like this has been pretty good as well. I haven't pushed this as much as I needed to, just because I kind of wanted to play some other content and things like that. But there's still 3 more stages that I can get to where it's going to be dropping, the highest level of these imprints. This also seems to be okay, like drop rates in regards to stamina used versus, the actual amount of materials you get to level up your characters. It seems pretty on point. So they have this one-time, trials that give you some pretty good rewards along the way, like lattices and stuff like that. I haven't pushed this super hard. I just wanted to get to Doki Doki so I could get another one of the lattices. These are very, very rare and important items in the game. So I think if I wanted to, I could probably push up to 12. I would guess maybe 11. But I just haven't. Ember Trek, which is the Void Tower, right now I'm on 8. I think if I wanted to, I could probably push to 12. So yeah, a lot of things are accessible. I still haven't unlocked the very last PvE piece of content, which is Ethernet Rally. This is where you're going to need a bunch of characters built and stuff like that. So I think you're going to struggle early on with this game mode, but eventually you'll build up to it. There's a lot of really great rewards in here. So that's awesome. So yeah, I've unlocked a good amount of things. I haven't felt like super gated. However, I will say after 7 days, I am starting to hit that point where I'm like, oh, okay, well, yeah, I really need to build up like different teams and heroes now to deal with the mechanics of this dungeon, because once you get up to this point, like, you can't raw power it. Like, all of these enemies are blue, and Leon just doesn't cut it. Also, the mechanics of this dungeon, all of these enemies have damage reduction, and the only way to get rid of it, you can't strip it. The only way to temporarily get rid of it is to control them with like freeze or stun or sleep. So you have to bring in heroes like that for you to be able to clear it. So I really, really like that we have gotten to that point where it's just like, oh, okay, I need to go find the right team compositions to actually beat this now. I can't just spend a crap ton of money, level up these crazy SSRs. Like, I need to actually think about this. So that's very good. However, that's where the free-to-play people, I think, are going to have to prioritize heroes early on, like that they know will scale up into those other levels. For me, I was going in, I was just like, oh, I got a new SSR. Let's level them up. Let's see if they're good. And I'm sure if you guys have watched multiple videos on my channel, I've already done a complete character overview of all characters, so you know my feeling on them. But when it comes to global launch, I will certainly be a little more picky with the people that I level up, because I know where they're going to be good and where they're not going to be good. At least like surface level, which is why I wanted people to play, the closed beta, just so they could get a head start. But maybe you watching this channel will help you enough. So yeah, that's kind of my progress. The union, I would say for free-to-play people, this is extremely huge. You need to get into a guild or clan or union, because the check-in, just the check-in is good enough. Like, the stamina, 100 stamina is going to be key for free-to-players. That's a no-brainer. On top of that, getting these, meme coins or whatever, they allow you to eventually get pieces of a hero. And if you have enough fragments of that hero, you get a copy of them. So it's going to take you maybe like 5 or 6 weeks, but it's a free SSR, right? For free-to-play people, that's huge. So getting into a union is really big. You have these weekly quests. You also get other things in here. You get a 4-star shadow print. That's huge. More summons is fine. Getting these supply packs, anything that takes you away from needing to spend your stamina is going to be really key. Also, Etheria coin, training data, all these things to level up your shells, you will eventually get bottlenecked. All right? So that's going to be key for free-to-players. All of the weekly rewards that you can do here are going to be important. So you need to find a good union. The union shop, as well, as you scale up in level, you also have the ability to buy things with your coins, like a red shadow print every week. That's awesome. 15 of these fragments for a perfect lattice. You need 50 of these to get one of these. Like, you can't put a price on it for free-to-play people. So union shop, everything union related is going to be key for free-to-play people. When it comes to the actual characters, like the animuses are so cool. They have so many different things that they bring to the table. At first, it's going to be overwhelming. But once you get the hang of it, you're going to be like, oh, wow, yeah, okay, this character does 2 or 3 things. That's awesome. And you think at first that they're a little overpowered, but then you realize that the dungeons have so much going on as well that you really need so many different synergies to actually beat it, which is awesome. So yeah, a lot of the SSRs are actually really, really good. There's not a whole lot that are terrible. And then tons of the SRs are actually quite good. Like some of them are probably SSRs in disguise. But being 7 days in and doing, just the summons that the game kind of gave me, maybe spending some premium currency here and there, I've gotten almost every single SR other than 2. And then the SSRs, I've pulled like 8 or 9 different characters. I also haven't pulled on my targeted summon, so that's another character in 40 summons. So yeah, I've been pleasantly surprised at how well the game has done with the character designs as well as being able to acquire those characters. So it's been a lot of fun. The hyperlink charter has been a huge help, following this for sure. It gives you kind of goals on what you should be trying to do next. And all of the materials in here, super important, all key. Now, I do have some bad news for the free-to-play players, especially if you don't like Arena. You're gonna have to do it. Just the stuff that's in here is so important for you. Not only do they give you, the Hydro Crystals, your premium currency for stamina refreshes. Yeah, it's like that's really important. And then on top of that, your currency in the shop gives you some really, really good things. They give you those one-time rank up rewards. I don't know if this resets or not. I'm pretty sure it does because it says this season. So you can get, I think most free-to-play people will be able to get 2 gold, whether it's right at the end of the season when all the whales are already at the top. This is going to be huge. I like how they have some outfits in here too, and it's not just things that are going to help, the whales and the spenders. And then, most people aren't going to get too mythic as free-to-play. But they also have weekly challenges that give you plenty of currency as well. And you just have to challenge. You don't have to win, which I love. And then the rankings only go up to 100. I would like to see them extend this, actually, down to like 1,000 maybe. And give even like the purple lattices. I think that would be nice, and just regular summons. So the regular arena, the rewards are good. They're not like amazing, like, oh, I missed it. But as you see here, you're going to have to farm it because you can get perfect lattices. These are going to be the hardest items for you to get in the game. And they're going to make or break your SSRs. Not additional copies. Additional copies will help, but the lattices is where it's at. On top of that, you can get shadow prints. You can get more summons. The big thing for me, and I'm sure you've seen other content creators talk about it, is the Etheria coin and the training data, the thing to level up your shells and your modules. Like, this is what I spend most of my currency on. I'm going to be a, medium spender in this game, so I don't know if I'm going to have issues with Etheria coin and training data being a bit of a spender. But if you're free to play, it's going to be hard to pass up the perfect lattice. But I think gear is going to be everything in this game. I think it's just going to come down to the gear. There's only so much spending is going to be able to do for you. So, yeah, the Etheria coin and the training data are the reasons why you kind of have to play regular arena. Now, when it comes to Summit Arena, it's the same thing. You can farm up those lattices here. Now, your exchange rate on the Etheria coin and the training data in RTA is not as good. But the other thing is, when it comes to RTA, your rewards that you get weekly, they are just from participation. So you can go in and you can literally leave. And every week you're going to be getting 600 currency, right? And at the end, you're going to be getting 3,200 whenever the season ends. So you'll be able to build that up if you hate this game mode and never want to play it. So that is a positive, but you do at least need to enter it and then leave so you can buy these really good items in here. Yeah, that is the bad news, I guess, for people that want to play a PvE game. The PvP modes do give really valuable rewards for PvP. So yeah, guys, that's kind of my opinion on the free-to-play side. I think it's been an extremely enjoyable experience. I can understand why people really get behind the free-to-play stuff. And doing this beta free-to-play, I've really enjoyed it. But I do enjoy PvP, which is why I'm going to be spending. But it allows me to kind of get a head start and maybe help you guys, progress in dungeons by giving you some comps. I'll try and, put SRs in there and things like that. But yeah, the caveats are all obviously going to be they're going to have, additional copies and things. But yeah, that's all I got for you. I kind of just wanted to give you my take on that and let you know before I start to spend in this beta to kind of push a little bit more. But that's my take on the free-to-play side. All right, well, appreciate you watching. Catch you on the next one. See ya.